With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another amazing race we got here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting here on this wonderful Wednesday night, and we're here at the Texas Motor Speedway with the Sim Racing Unleashed Truck Series, where we have, it looks like, up to over 20 trucks here tonight for a wonderful race here at the Texas Motor Speedway. And as always, alongside me calling the action here on Wednesday nights is my partner in crime, Robert Moyer Jr. How you doing tonight, Robert?
I am doing well. Sorry, I was looking at a setting, but yes, I am doing well here tonight as we are getting ready for some sim racing unleashed here at Texas Motor Speedway, the new layout there, Zach.
Yes, we are. We're looking at the new layout here. This is definitely a big change from what we've normally here had at Texas on iRacing. We got this track not too long ago, and I tell you what, this is going to be a really interesting race. It's going to be a lot of close action. These guys are not going to likely be able to get away from each other. You're going to see really what I would say really a big old train of trucks following each other around this racetrack, because it's really tough to get away from each other in this package, especially with this truck. Especially with 3 and 4 pretty much being a straightaway. I call 3 and 4 a straightaway because most of these guys will not be lifting very many times in that 3 and 4 corner, and if you are, you're probably doing it just to save a little bit. But I still expect a pretty awesome race here tonight. 1 and 2 gives you some options with how flat it is and how wide it is. You definitely can do some stuff there to make yourself a little bit better than the truck ahead of you. So we'll have to see how that plays out, as these guys are just going into qualifying right now. And so far, Steven Stippian is the pole setter at the moment with a 30.052, and we got a really good, strong lineup here tonight. I'm expecting a good competitive race as Hunter Haywood actually jumps up to the top of the board.
Wow, almost a 29.9.
Yeah, very good time. And I mean, you see in practice these guys are in 70s. Oh look, there's Mark with a 29.96. So the second lap, I was expecting that. The second lap seems like it's going to be the quicker lap just because you're getting up to speed with these trucks around this track.
And then the third lap, you'll be slow.
Yeah, surprisingly, it wasn't going to slow down very much. There's not a lot of fall off at this track. You will see the fall off happen, but you're going to, like always with this V7 tire, hit that plateau number pretty quick of lap times, and you'll see the times start to even out. But at the moment, it looks like Mark Whitley there. Derek Paulson jumps in second. But this track's definitely, I would say, a track position track right now at the moment. It's not the easiest one to pass. You're going to have to get your passes done early and often. You're not going to be able to sit around and lollygag around riding in the back, I think, and be able to march your way through. I mean, you definitely could save your tires and make a difference in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, I don't think you're going to see much difference there. It's just going to mostly come down to who can keep that track position, keep that truck up front in clean air, and see if they can pull away. We've got about a minute 50 seconds, or minute and 50 seconds here to go in qualifying. We'll see if anybody can dethrone Mark Whitley from the pole time right now at that 29.96. Very good lap time. But you'll see he ran a 29.71 in practice. That's the difference between draft and no draft, up to 0.3 of a second. So yeah, that just shows you right there. It's pretty huge being in a pack of trucks. Just watch Todd Neese there on the live cameras. He just put down a 30.14 there to put himself in the 9th position here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Now we're looking at the 51 of Buzz right here. Or is that 51? That's the 61. Sorry about that. Look like the 51.
James Small.
Yes, it is. As he comes around to complete his lap here at the Texas Motor Speedway. And we'll see what kind of time he can put down here and see where he positions himself in this race.
Looks like he's going to put himself up to P14 there. Yep. Zachary Hall. I had to do it.
Where's my mother at?
Oh. When you hear that come out, you're like, crap, what did I do?
Definitely so. Oh, wow. Braden Koresh jumped up the second on the board, too. They're in a 30.012, so great lap time for Braden Koresh. You know, I was thinking, and even James Small jumps up from 14th to 11th there. Nice. So that just shows you that second lap is definitely quicker. My thing would have been maybe throw away the first lap and just go slow through 1 and 2 so you don't get too much heat in the tires, and then just build that speed coming down the back straightaway and coming down there in the 3 and 4 to set up that second lap. But didn't really see anybody do a throwaway lap. Technically, didn't really see no times like that. So, you know.
No, but I seen it at World Series of Sim Racing League with Brian Johnson.
Yeah, you know, it's a good strategy. You know, you don't want to use the tires up, but you want to get the speed build up. So you can really slow that first turn 1 and 2 down to get that speed build up for 3 and 4, coming to that checker, you know, that white flag for your qualifying lap, and have a pretty good run at it with nice, cool tires. As our qualifying has come to an end here tonight for the Sim Racing Unleashed Truck Series. And now we'll go into our qualifying results here. On the pole, you got Mark Whitley there with a 29.96, only man to get down to his 29 second bracket. Second goes to Braden Koresh. Third is Derek Paulson in the 60 machine. Fourth will go to Hunter Hayward in that 21. Fifth there is the 76 of Josh Jones. 81 of Steven Stippian will qualify in that 6th position. 7th there is the 14 of Bradley Delph. 18th will go to the 13 of Nicholas Lolby. 9th is that one truck of Todd Neese. 10th, rounding our top 10, is Steven Leffler there in the number 72 machine. 11th there is the 61 of James Small. 12th will go to 25 of Jonathan Smith. 13th is number 53, Mr. Dave Bush. 14th will go to David Neese in that 27 machine. 6th will go to Robert Cheswick. 16th there in the 33 is Gomez. 17th will go to Cedric Hunter in the number 11. 18th there is Josh Coley in the number 7. 19th will be Brandon Colley in the number 2. 20th goes to Brandon Hartwell in the number 5. 21st is Dave Vacation at number 20. 22nd will go to the 51 of Buzz. 23rd, John Henderson in that 58 machine. And starting in 24th in the 24 truck is Jason Adams. And that is our starting lineup tonight for the Sim Racing Unleashed Truck Series, brought to you by Budget Sim Boxes. As we get ready to pull these things off, Robert, it's about to get high energy now.
It's about ready to get freaky, crazy, freaky nuts. All right, Thank you, everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube. You know what to do. Don't forget to hit that share button and like button and subscribe button on both platforms or one of your favorite platforms, and we do much appreciate it as these guys are pulling off pit road, and we're going to get a little crazy here. I'm going for barbecue. Have a fun race, Zach. See you later.
Hey, that'd be interesting. You know, what kind of barbecue?
What do you mean it'd be interesting?
It'd be interesting because it'd be interesting to see, like, you know, how would I pull it all off? You know, here?
Well, I can give you the camera rings. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, the software lets me. You can take over my cameras.
I'll be remote controlling it here, and we'll put it on exciting.
He'll be using the drone. You'll be flying the drone around. Look out, Zach! There is a building over there. Where?
Boom!
I was waiting for Fox to do that. To be honest with you.
Right.
I was waiting.
I'm surprised they haven't, but I guess they're probably worried about, you know, it messing up and falling on the racetrack and the cars hitting it and damaging one of the cars.
I'd be so scared of that guy that had to fly that thing, man.
Right? Yeah, especially with all the air, probably turbulent air around there.
Man, exactly. I'd be like, man, a wind gust grabs that thing, you're going for a ride. As these guys are going to try to go for a fun ride around here tonight. So wait for that green flag, and green flag is out. Off we go here for 133 laps here with Sim Racing Unleashed at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yes, we are, as they go down in the turn one. Ooh, look at that Steven Leffler, a little checkup in the 72 back there, and that's the 10th position. It's a wreck from back on. I believe that started with that checkup. Yeah, that's Jonathan Smith.
Again, that poor guy got caught up in the early wreck last week at Indy, didn't he?
I believe so. Oh, whoa, that was the weirdest netcode I've ever seen, ever.
Netcode. I hate that word.
Yo, wait till you see this.
Okay, we'll see what happens here. All the fans out there can see as we watch the 25. And,
checks up.
Okay.
Watch this, though.
And what in the world?
Yeah. That was
I know if I was
interesting.
was in the,
and it was David Neese.
That was David Neese, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was nowhere near him.
I was gonna say, but look at the damage he gave David Neese, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he plowed him, but he didn't.
Yeah. Well, he hit him in the door after he got sideways, but still, like,
oh, okay.
That was a very unfortunate, you know, wreck there. And the thing about it also is, you know, that was just a ridiculous netcode. And if I'm Jonathan Smith, I've had a talk with John about this. He needs to put a 4-leaf clover on the truck. It's, you know.
And if I was David Neese, I'd be like, dude, I was 10 feet behind you, man.
Yeah, right? Did something break?
Yeah, something fall off your truck, like a brake rotor or something.
Yeah, that was very interesting, and you're going to see some guys come down pit road here, but they got 4 sets of tires in this race, Robert, so you got 3 in the pits, 1 on these trucks. They're going to need to do at least 2 stops under green to get this race completed, so that'll give you that 1 extra set, so whenever you use that set, it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, nobody's going to come down there because we just went through turn 1, so yeah, it's unfortunate there for the 27 of David Neese and the 25 of Jonathan Smith. They both just really no one could do there. I mean, that was just one of the weirdest net codes I've ever seen.
Oh, we have Josh, not Josh Coley. Yeah, Josh Coley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Coley is fan out there on YouTube. Says we're having a Zoom fan party.
Awesome.
Nah, that'd be freaking cool.
Well, I hope y'all are liking what you're seeing so far. On, you know, we'll get this thing back under the green and hopefully get some nice action. But
hey, We gotta give Jason Adams a shout out. He ran the fastest of a lap of a 1.0050.
Wow! Congratulations, Jason Adams. You just ran the fastest lap of the race. So
Yeah, he
far.
did.
Hey,
He ran a second lap.
Take them like you see them. You know, take your fastest laps when you can get them, and you never know.
I'd be partying like it's 1999.
Wow, and looking at that's a pretty cool paint scheme there of Brandon Hartwell. And the 5 machine, he's got the Red Bull car, and that thing is shiny.
There it is. I can find him.
Looks like he doesn't have no numbers on his door for me, but but he is that truck is shiny, man. Remember, we also do have one Josh Fair here tonight, so it's interesting to see if these guys use it.
Oh yeah, that thing is shiny.
It's literally a Red Bull can. I think they made it out of a Red Bull can.
Well, aluminum to steel. He should be so much faster than anybody else out there. That thing should be floating across the track.
Definitely. So is yeah, you know. Oh, and you know what's cool to see out there? This is something cool. Josh Jones is back out here. In the 76. I haven't seen him in a few weeks.
Oh yeah, he was working everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
good to have Josh back out here on the racetrack in that 76 machine running third right now. He's always a contender here at the Sim Racing Unleashed League. So, going to be wild as we get the off light on the trucks. The pace lights off on the truck. And we will get ready to bring this thing back green flag racing here and see how it all plays out and shakes out here. I'm sure, you know, hopefully this doesn't breed more cautions. You know, you get this early caution right here, and you're like, everybody gets a little antsy. But
yeah,
we'll see how that plays out. This track, it can
holy
be tough.
mackerel! So I didn't mean to interrupt you, Zach.
Yeah,
I got to read. It says they got a Zoom party going on. Fans from Arizona, Idaho, Utah, Oregon, Wyoming. Sorry, Wyoming. We're excited to be back on Freaky Fast with Josh Coley sponsoring the Wilson Farms. Hey, man, well, we miss you, and thank you for coming back and watching tonight's race with us. We do much appreciate it, very, very much, and glad you're gonna enjoy the show here, and we'll see what that number 7 can do here tonight, as he's in 23rd position right now, early in the race. But we are back green here, Zach, lap number 6 and 1:33.
Yes, we are, Robert. Back green flag racing. See how this all shakes out and gets going as these guys are going to get these trucks wound up around the Texas Motor Speedway. Down into 3 and 4, wide open through here. Very, very fast corner here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lots of grip on that bottom. You're going to see guys really wanting to get to the bottom there. You're going to get a freight train here. But turn 1 and 2, it definitely is the interesting corner here. It's the flatter corner, wider, and you definitely can't run it wide open. You're definitely lifted. Let's look at all this action here behind Mark Whitley. They're starting to go crazy. Stimpy and go stick it 3 wide in the middle between Braden and Perez. Oh, and the net code. Oh, save Braden. Oh, no, and Stimp. Oh, no. And Hunter Hayward gets into Stimpian. Or no, that wasn't Stimpian. Sorry about that. That was the 14 of Bradley Delph. Really, oh, man, what a crazy incident. Looks like Bradley was just trying to miss the carnage there, and Hunter Hayward was underneath him.
And we stayed green too.
Collie
went. He went through pit road. So I'm sure he got a black flag they're gonna have to clear, but we stay under green, Zach.
Yeah, that's yeah, there it is. They clear. So yeah, he was missing the wreck there. That's good to see they cleared that for him. But yeah, up front now, just the front 4 breakaway that kind of shook up everything.
And no stage racing here, so you know, this is gonna hurt.
Big shakeup. Yeah, it's a big shakeup here. Unless we can get on a caution to get those guys caught up, it's gonna be tough because, like I said, the draft, you gotta be in this front pack to be able to run up here for the win. These front four have already worked their way to about a 2-second lead back to Dave Bush and Stephen Leffler there, and Hunter Hayward with Nicholas Lobby not too far behind with Todd Neese. So, yeah, all bunch of trucks spread out, and you definitely don't want to be spread out here at the Texas Motor Speedway. You can see the front four just all on top of each other and just kind of pushing it. So wild stuff here early, Robert. Big moves. That's a great shot right there, actually. I like that down the middle of turn 1 2. That just shows you how wide it really is. It's a super wide corner.
A lot of runoff for these any vehicle to slow down.
Oh, definitely is. And 3 and 4 is super high banked. So it's like you got two different ends of the racetrack. You're dealing with two different things. You never touch the brake pedal. Like I said, you would never even really lift out the gas down in 3 and 4. But in 1 and 2, you're definitely using brakes to get down in there, especially later in the run. So it's an interesting track. You took two completely different things. There's a look back at Cedric Hunter running the 14th position. He's about a second back there, and you got Bradley Duff, who was involved in that incident there. Tried to save it, didn't get into the outside wall, so he's definitely got some good right side damage. He's right ahead Josh Coley in that 7 car. They're coming forward. Looks like Josh Coley's going to make an easy pass there to move himself up into the 15th position.
Yeah, that 14's got a lot of spoiler damage there.
Yeah, and that's not going to help you at this racetrack where you want as much straight line speed as possible in that right front too. You can definitely see the rubber on the right front. It's never good when you can see that tire exposed. Right on board here with Josh Coley, about 1.2 seconds back from Cedric Hunter. Cedric Hunter's kind of in no man's land. That's kind of what I'm seeing, unfortunately for him, is he needs to somewhat catch these guys ahead of him because the lap times he's running are just not quick enough to be able to catch up to that pack.
So what turn do you prefer? 1 or 2? I mean, 1 or 3?
Well, 1 and 2 so long you could say 1 and 2, I guess, but
right.
I would say 1 and 2. I prefer it just because it's actually fun to make a difference in. I think if you had, say we had the 900 horsepower low downforce cup package here, I think this track would actually work pretty well here. Because you definitely wouldn't be able to go off into turn 3 and 4 and run 200 mile an hour down into there. You definitely have to lift. We're looking at Jonathan Smith racing here with Brandon Hartwell. That was some crazy action there back. Looks like that was for about 9th and 10th there. Yeah, it looks like Hartwell was able to get around and move himself up to 9th. Jonathan Smith there in 10th after that early incident with Braden Caress, Todd Neese, and looks like James Small in the back of that. So, yeah, you see little packs of trucks here. But the thing is, I was going back to is 1 and 2. These trucks, I would say, is probably the corner because I would prefer just because you can make a difference. You can do something different down there to make yourself better in your competition. But 3 and 4, you're kind of stuck in a box, as I would say. Just running wide open through there. So it's kind of like a straightaway to me. It's not even really a corner. But like I said, if we had 900 horsepower, low downforce cup cars around here, I would say 3 and 4 would probably be the more fun corner because it's just like more traditional Texas, I guess you could say. But yeah, these trucks, I would definitely say 1 and 2 because that's where you can make a big difference. Brake Brett's loose on the bottom of Brandon Hartwell, almost takes him out, but he's able to catch it, and that's going to let Jonathan Smith get to the outside now.
Comes Todd Neese. He's going to try to work his way around the top. I'll tell you what, you hit that aprons, man. It really upsets the truck, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. It will immediately send that truck sideways. 3 and 4 is very easy to get that apron to because you're trying to get as low as possible to shorten the corner as you're running already wide open anyways. So if you get down there and touch that thing, that white line too much, she will de-wedge that car and send it straight on around. And that's the thing, you're running in a pack too. That's where it gets kind of scary. Is when you're running by yourself, you get that loose, you can save it. But if you got someone right behind you, that person has to be paying attention very much so, or they'll run right over you. Exactly. And it looks a little free in 3 and 4. Personally, from my look, I see a lot of tails wagging through 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 could be a little interesting corner as the tires start to wear. Maybe they won't be able to run wide open. These guys here in a second, see if I can hear the throttle play. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely lifting in 3 and 4. It's loose. So, yeah, big difference from what I'm used to at this track. Used to 3 and 4 really being wide open. You know, coming from the Road to Pro, you know, open setup stuff side of things around here. You know, we literally ran 50 laps here, wide open through 3 and 4, which is not the funnest. But from what I'm seeing, it's pretty loose. Actually, you're having to work the gas, work the steering wheel to get through 3 and 4. So that could make some options here for 3 and 4. As yeah, I'm just seeing tails wagging all over the place here. 3 and 4.
I'm gonna run 50 laps, you know, wide open. I wonder if that just has to do with the setup.
Yeah, it definitely, the setup definitely helps. Yeah. You know, the trucks. when you get the setup right, you got so much more grip. You are on the edge of the grip level, but you definitely got a lot more grip, especially with the campers, you know, we ran and stuff like that. But it's definitely interesting to see here already some separations starting to happen, and even up front. Looks like Derek Paulson, he knocked the wall down from off the 2, and he's really hurt from that. You see Cedric Hunter, look at him go around the outside. Oh, we see a little smoke. Looks like that was maybe a blink. Yeah, it was just car. It was brake press ahead blinking. So luckily, that wasn't smoke from nothing too bad. But yeah, Cedric Hunter is starting to navigate his way through. He's going to look to get past here. I think the top 10 is going to go to the front bumper of Steven Stippy. He's all he can see is number 76 in front of him and that number 77. So these three not letting each other get away, running pretty quick times. From what I'm seeing.
Man, last week Mark Whitley almost had a win at Indy, but Steven found his way around, and it came down to a Steven show. Whoa, Mark! Oh, did you just see that?
Yeah, that was interesting. From what it looked like, going back and looking at that, Mark got super loose coming off the 4. And, wow, yeah, he almost wrecked it.
Yeah, he's tail whipping it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting if he can hold on to that lead with that loose condition. Yeah, he's really loose coming off 4. But he's driving it on the limit.
Man, Steven is just all over Josh Jones right now. Josh Jones is all over Mark.
Yeah, I think Josh Jones might even suffer a little bit of nose damage. It doesn't look bad, but he might suffer a little bit. As you can see, the back bumper of Mark Whitley, a little damage from Mark getting loose and then coming right back up in front of the 76. I'd say 76 is taking a wider entry in there, trying to get the turn so you don't have to turn the wheel as much coming off, which is going to help that loose condition. So, nice looking line there from that 76 machine.
Would you ever think about running a little bit of a higher line here, Zach, after your tires go away? Carry more speed?
Yeah, you know, we'll see right here going down to 3. If you watch Josh Jones, he seems like, look, he'll enter that one lane higher. And now watch, he's going to cut it down here. It's going to give him a little bit of a straighter exit, but at the same time, when you start cutting that truck down, it will start to overheat them trucks or the tires, and that will send you into a little bit of a slide. But I think if you're Steven Stippy here, the thing is this draft. Like I was saying, the draft is so huge. I would literally just be riding at this point. You go ahead, you guys slide around, throw your rear end out there. Go ahead and heat them tires up and take that tread off. I'm going to sit here in this 81, and I'm just going to draft off you guys. And literally, we'll back the corner up, which I think that's what you're seeing from Steven, is he's backing the corners up. Wow, Josh is. You see, Josh, he's cutting it down, but look at Mark. He's definitely loose. That's gonna let the 76 get to his inside here. Oh
Oh,
man, that was almost close. Early in the race, don't want to see that.
no,
There you go. See
not the way
Mark
netcode has been going on right
and
now.
look at Mark Whitley really loose around the outside there. That's gonna let Josh Jones get a pretty good run down the back straightaway here. They're gonna be neck and neck going down to 3, and you don't want to be on the outside here entering 3. This is where I think the 76 should be able to make the pass, but it's going. They're all wiggling pretty good right now.
Wow.
What a pass there for Josh Jones and the 76, able to get by the 77. Tight racing here early, 30 laps into this run.
Well, it looks like Mark Whitley has a short run truck from the looks of it, about 20 to 25 laps. Josh Jones is about 30 laps. And Steven right now is equal to Josh Jones as of right now.
Yeah, he's definitely looking good as Mark is just fighting that truck. Here's a look back at Hunter Hayward. He's got Nicholas Lobe not too far behind. And running some decent times there.
Yeah, good run last week for at Indy for Nicholas Lobe all the way around. And both nights. He was looking really good.
Yeah, going to the inside of Hunter Hayward here to put himself up into that top 5 so he can make that bottom work. These guys being a little bit free there. Looks like he will be able to make that pass and slide up into that 5th position there. Nicholas Lobe in the 13 up to 5th. Hunter Hayward in the 21 back to 6th.
How fast are they going? You mean their top speed? Or I'm not exactly...
Yeah, we'll see what type of top speed. The speed's definitely dropping.
Going?
The fastest speed you're going to see is going down to turn 1 due to 3 and 4 just being quicker. You know, they slow down to about 152 mile an hour.
Let me see if I can find this. There you go. We'll bring up the miles per hour. Let's see what that 7 is doing there. 180, 81, 180, about 182 down the front stretch. Shows that going into 1 and 2.
57 in the middle of the corner there. And then you're going to see the big difference down here in 3 and 4 is you'll see not as high as entry speed. You're going to see these guys only get up to about 173 mile an hour. They're going to drop it back to 164. So you're carrying a good bit more speed, but you're carrying less speed into the corner.
He didn't slow down to 169.
He had 164 at the very beginning of the corner.
Oh, okay.
Like when they first lifted, but you build the speeds up so fast back in 3 and 4. It's a lot different in this turn. You see 152 there.
Well, it's such a wider turn.
Yeah,
it takes a while to get back up flat too. Yeah, flat and banking is a huge difference. Huge.
Yeah, you also enter a lot differently. See right there, 167 was the lowest, so carried a lot more speed through the center there. 169 coming off lifting a little bit right there, but yeah, you carry so much speed through 3 and 4. That's why your entry to 1 and 2 is so much a higher speed. I mean, you're carrying almost 10 mile an hour more speed into 1 and 2, which is the slower corner. So it's kind of back. You know, it's interesting. You know, slow the. That's why you really got to slow up so much for 1 and 2. Also, as you're entering at such a higher speed.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to see what that is when they get fresh tires.
Yeah, definitely.
See what
it'll definitely be up there. It should be close to 185, 188, most likely down into 1 and 2. But these tires have slowed down a good bit now. These guys are running 30 and 44s out front. Two of the faster trucks I've noticed on the racetrack have been the 11 and the 5. Cedric Hunter and Brandon Hartwell turned some pretty good lap times. They were both about 8-9 seconds behind. They're 7.4 now behind. So these two have been hooked up together pretty well, and they're 31-37 from Cedric that lap to our leaders 31-55. So these two turning some really good lap times. They're going to most likely need a caution to catch up that 7 seconds. As up front, Steven Stempian making a pass for the lead. Josh Jones got loose out of 2, and that 81 is to the lead. Carrying that momentum from that win on Sunday in the Cup Series.
Yeah, but this ain't a 2-mile track.
It's pretty much like, oh, wow. Did Josh Jones get Yeah, he did. He got hit by Mark Whitley entering the corner, saved him. What a save from Josh Jones. That's going to let Mark Whitley get to the inside. But I think Josh Jones is going to close that door on that 77. We're completing lap 38 of this race here. Mark Whitley back to the inside. Josh Jones down in the 1 and 2. Looks like Josh Jones is going to give him the position, back the corner up. Can he get the run off and throw the crossover? My question is, doesn't look like it. Got a pretty decent run. Does he duck out is the question. No, he does not. There's a look back at Brandon Colley, I believe. Yeah, he's ahead of David East, which is a good recovery for Colley. I mean, you remember we saw him go down pit road. He was dead last.
Yeah.
So back up to 13th. Really looking at Brandon Colley's times. He's running 31.78 to leaders 31.40. So good lap times still. Colley and Cedric Hunter and Brandon Hartwell continue to put down good lap times in the 31.30s.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are gonna need a yellow.
Yeah, Colley now racing with David Neese there. David Neese get to the inside, but looks like Colley will clear here down into 24 with Jason Adams there, not too far behind the 24 machine.
Looks like Colley's gonna start pulling away from these guys here.
Looking at David Casher running the 17th position.
Yep, up 4 positions. We got Mark back here, down 2 positions. But he's one of them drivers that he's just out there cruising. He uses suntan lotion and drives.
That's right. Sometimes, take a nice relaxed drive around the Texas Motor Speedway.
What? Oh. I was going to say, how did Josh Coley go all the way back to 21st? But he just pitted. Okay. Yep. So the pit road is opening up.
Yeah, that's an interesting call there from the number 7. I mean, he pitted there on lap. That looks like 36.
Yeah.
35, really.
35.
I'm
Derek.
Quick math.
Lap 34.
So he's looking to do a 3-stop strategy here. So that means 3 stops under green. So his next pit stop should be coming around 66. I think most of the cars and trucks out here are going to be doing 2 stops, which will be around 44. So we should see a pit stop here in the next couple of laps, I believe, from a lot of these guys.
The guys that want to do a 2-stop to a 3-stop, how much of a huge difference is that on tires? I didn't think Texas choose tires that bad.
It doesn't that bad. I mean, these guys qualified at a 30 flat. They're running 31.5, so a second and a half fall off from this full run. It's Mark Whitley's coming down pit road to try to get the undercut. And the thing about this is I think an undercut would work pretty well due to the plateau of the tires.
Right.
The tire, like they've been running 31.50s and 40s this whole entire last 25 laps. That's why personally I don't like the extra stop strategy. The extra stop strategy, it just doesn't. There's not enough fall off the tires to make up that ground back for that extra pit stop. So a lot of times you see guys trying to go as long as possible and doing the least amount of pit stops as possible, just due to that fact. As you can see there, looks like Derek Paulson. Yeah, he's come down pit road too. So
Cedric Hunter just got hot in the pit road.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he got that thing slowed down in time. That's when he was very close to getting hit.
Brings that Cat 5 Esports machine down. Now we'll have to see what these front guys are going to do, because Steven, he just stepped out. He is 2 seconds ahead of Josh Jones right now, 6 seconds ahead of 3rd and 4th position, 7 seconds ahead 5th. Wow, he's got a big gap on the whole field.
Yeah, he does, but he needs a pit soon. He doesn't need to, sit out here too long. I know that he's pretty confident on his pace. but you don't want to, get to the point where you catch them once the tires plateau. You want to be able to catch them while your tires are still have that little bit extra life and extra speed in them.
Like
So
9 lives.
that's right. Because he's running 31.66 right now, which is a good time. But you can see Brandon Hartwell in the third position now. He's running 31.41. So, Hartwell's looking pretty strong here on this long run, 6.4 seconds back from Stippian. I'm going to be interested to see where Hartwell could, if he gets a chance to get lined up front. Same with him and Cedric Hunter. They both they had really good long run pace. So if those two could get up there and challenge with the caution, it'll be interesting. But the thing is, Stippian right now is just he's hurting himself, but also Mark Willie's having to go through traffic as he's all over the back of the 60. As they come out of 2. The thing, yeah, you just can't wait too long though. There's I like that he's going longer, so he's gonna have better tires, but you can't wait too long. That's my big thing. Is because once you catch that person, your tires are dead.
When is too long? When I mean, when,
he's already gone 6. He's almost gone 6 laps longer now. I think this is about as far as you want to go. I think he's just trying to run the tank out.
I would
most likely. But the thing is, you're still gonna have to do another stop. You're not gonna make it on one stop,
right?
So,
but I think it's just, I don't know. When it comes to your mind aspect, when you're inside a vehicle, which Zach, you think about the tires. Your main thing is you don't look at the fuel. A lot of drivers don't worry about the fuel. They worry about, I'm going to have better tires. I got 10 lap better tires. I got 11 lap better tires. That's where your mind goes.
It's an easy thing to fall into, but I mean, if you think about it right now, Mark Ridley running 30.32 compared to Steve Stippian's 31.51. That's 1.2 seconds faster a lap, and he went about 7 laps longer. And he actually went really conservative in the pit road there. So I think Mark Ridley is going to have a humongous gap. The thing is, can he catch him before the tires reach the plateau? If you reach that plateau point, then you just catch him and you don't.
And the problem with that is that you don't know when the plateau is because every driver races different. Every driver chews the tires up different. So when is your plateau? Some could be 20 laps into it. Some could be 30 laps into it. I mean, as a driver, when you do a fuel run, you know where the plateau is. As a driver, you know where it's at. So you got to start judging yourself off of that, because it's not going to change. Granted, iRacing does have weather changing and track changing and temperature changing, but I don't see that playing too much of a factor here tonight, Zach, at Texas. I just don't. I don't see it.
Yeah, and it's interesting now looking at it. Mark Whitley's going coming out of 4. They're going down the middle of the backstretch. So he's got about a half a track lead now over them, which he's running 31.32, which is not too much slower than what the fastest laps are. So it's going to be interesting. But Josh Jones and Stippian are hooked up together. That's a big factor. Mark will be out here by himself, but that means he'll also go slower and his tires will be saved just because he's going slower. So it'll be interesting to see how all shakes out. But at the same time, I don't want to say they waited too long, but I think they waited too long.
Well, and slower saves fuel.
Yeah. And looking at right now, too, the plateau really comes in at about lap 20 of the tires. From there on, from there on, really from lap 20 to 50, they weren't the same lap times. So it happens pretty quickly. They're gonna have to use these 20 laps they have of faster tires to really gain back a lot of time. As looking at it, they're almost, as it's all shaking out now. It looks like Jason Adams is still on the racetrack leading this race. Here in the 24, up 23 positions. I'm gonna say too. He should be coming down pretty soon. As he's got Mark Whitley about 3 seconds back.
Well, he did pit on lap 4.
Yeah, so that's true. So he does have a little bit more fuel.
A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. We'll see how far, because he's got a 2-second lead, but Mark's going to chop that thing down fast. He ran at 32 flat to Mark's 30.4 50. 2 seconds faster. Oh, he's loose entering pit road, though. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? He's got it. Okay, he's got it. That was a little hairy entering pit road there for Jason. I think kicked out on him a little bit.
We'll just have to see how this all shakes out. So now Josh Jones in the 3rd position and Steven Stippian 10.4 seconds behind Mark Whitley. So, you know, they're running 30.23 to Mark Whitley's 30.65. 4/10 laps faster. It's hard to you know, it's hard to call from the driver's seat, but like,
I'd hate to be the crew chief.
Yeah. Trust me, this is the same dilemma we played always in Road to Pro.
I was gonna say, that's right. You were the crew chief, right?
Yeah, and it's always a tough position to be in. It's, you know, do you pit and you take the chance of a caution coming out? Because I can tell you what, in Road to Pro, there was always a caution when you pitted.
But if there wasn't one,
if there wasn't one, you stayed out too long.
Right.
And you know, these other guys undercutting you. I think that's, you know, something we're going to see happen.
I hate the you know, the saying that I've always said, Zach, the damned if you do, damned if you don't. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it so bad because you just don't know. Yeah, I mean, you just, guess that's what makes life fun, right? You just don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I mean, tomorrow I might wake up and be a millionaire.
Yeah, you never know.
Never know. Never say never.
Never say never. And I'm not going to say these guys aren't going to catch Mark. But the thing is, if Mark's pitting every 44 laps or so, their pit's only 28 laps away. So, you know, that's not far. Can they make up 9.4 seconds?
Well, never mind what we were just saying, but that was another
major net code.
Again, out of the blue. Wow.
That's unfortunate for Dave.
I just don't understand. We talked about this last night, Zach.
Yeah. It's been bad lately. I don't know.
Yeah, something's going on. Something. Now that everybody went back to work, the internet got crappy. But while we're under the coronavirus lockdown for 3 months, the internet ran great. the freaking okay.
It's really weird. I don't know why it seemed like netcode has gotten worse and more often, but it just does. It's unfortunate to see. It's one of those things you really don't want to see out here.
No.
Now, this is the thing that plays out pretty good for Steven Stippian and Josh Jones. Okay, so they pitted a lot later. They do have one extra set of tires to make it to the end of this race. But do you pit now, or do you stay out and, you know, continue on them tires? Because if they do decide to stay out here, which I'm pretty sure, all these guys decide to stay out. Now Mark is sitting in a pretty bad spot, pitted pretty early. Anybody that stayed out super long, now you get caught up. You're on the same old tires. And guess what? Now it is in your ball court to make up time.
Good job from Derek there. He hit the wall, stopped in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and locked the brakes down and did not move. Recommendation to everybody: hit the brakes, hold the brakes, and do not move.
Let people make a reaction.
Exactly. And if they hit you,
rolling cars
then
are
it is what it is.
Yeah, rolling cars are a lot harder to judge where they're going to be than a stop car in the middle of the track.
Yeah, this is his second race here too, but unfortunately we went back and watched that replay there. Yeah, and it was totally it was like the first yellow net code, like huge.
Major, yeah. Yeah, and that's totally unfortunate for Derek, because he was having a great run in second position, about to get overtaken, but he was still running great.
Are all the track setups the same? No, they are not.
No.
No, they're not, hon. Each track has a different Different setup. Each vehicle has a different setup. Some don't even come with a setup. They got to be custom built. It all depends.
Yeah, so the way this racing works is what we call it's called fixed setups, which iRacing provides these fixed setups. So every truck out here has the same exact setup in the truck. Every truck has the same exact. It's pretty much like you're driving completely equal equipment out here. Everybody has the same exact, chance on a fixed setup. It
All
just
right.
comes down to really the driver's ability. So
Driver, well, yeah, ability. 90% and 90% of it
adaptability.
is that, and then the other, I say 10% is what kind of PC do you have? What kind of internet do you have? What kind of wheel do you have? What pedals? That stuff plays into factor too. You know what I mean? So, are you running
Oh, it
triple
can help.
screen, single screen? You're running 144, 244 hertz. What? You know what I mean? A lot, because everything's done in milliseconds. So, I mean, the better equipment you have, 9 out of 10, it helps a lot better than somebody with an older PC that can not run 100 frames per second. Because
It
the last
definitely
thing
helps.
you want is lag in your input from your wheel to the game, because the input has to come from the wheel to the game, and then from the game back to the wheel, to the pedals, to the brakes, to the clutch. That's all input and lag. That has nothing to do with the internet. That just is your input from point A to point B, just on your system yourself. So the better equipment you have, the less input you have of lag. Try not to get into technical about it, but
Yeah. Definitely so, Robert.
But yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Very great question out there to ask. Now we were talking about Mark here. He pitted on lap 44. Josh Jones 51, Cedric Hunter lap 45, Jonathan Smith 46, Stephen Leffler 44, Lobe lap 50, Todd Neese lap 50, Dave Bush lap 50, Hunter lap 61. I wonder if he just got gas. Derek definitely came in and got his fast repair and probably just gas. And Brandon Coley also pitted on lap 62.
That's good. So that's going to be a big win for them guys this couple.
Green flag.
And green flag is back out here on the racetrack. Back up to speed as we go down to turn 1. I would expect very quickly to see the 76 in this 81 get past the 77, as the new tires are going to be a big factor. The newer rubber is going to be a big factor at 81. See, he goes to the outside mark with it here. Cedric Hunter up the third too there. Or he pitted a few laps later on. He also about 2 laps later. Oh, a little door. More contact down to 1 and 2. Oh, and Mark Whitley up in the track, up into Steven Stimpy, and sends him into the wall hard. Oh man, what?
What was that?
That was just overjudging the corner. I'm sorry. Steven Stimpy not going to be happy about that. I would not be happy with it.
That opens the door for Cedric.
Yeah, Josh Jones is going to be in a very good position with the newer tires, too. Really just looks like, going back and looking at it, Robert, from my side, just Mark got in there way too deep, trying to clear the 81. And, that right there is knowing the situation. These guys are on way fresher tires, and he's going to get around you. No reason to drive it off in there too deep and just slide up into the guy. So, no harm, no foul for Mark, because he's clearly fine there in 4th, but Steve Stimpy is going to be the one that takes the big run of that. He's actually coming down pit road right now.
He does got damage though, but not as hard as.
Yeah, Steven's on pit road too, so. side by side on front, right on board with Cedric Hunter. He's trying to get by the 76 here. Cedric has shown good pace, so if he can keep himself up here, Cedric should be a pretty good threat for a good run.
Josh Jones says, "Hey, hello." Cedric says, "I am here." Wow.
Oh, the wrecking behind.
Oh no.
60 and the 2 getting to it. Derek Paulson back around. Caution is out on lap 7.
Oh man. All right.
And that's the worst for Steven Stippian because he just pitted. He is 1 lap down now and behind multiple cars a lap down.
Well, let's see what happened with the 60 here, ladies and gentlemen. See here. So you can see the leader coming by him.
I think that was the first. That was the original.
Oh, that was the original one. Okay, so I was looking at the original wreck. Why did it send me back to the original wreck?
I think it was between Brandon Colley. Oh, it just looks like, from what I've seen, it looks like the 60 just cut down in front of the 2. I think the 60 just did not notice he was there.
Todd Neese was involved here on lap 69.
Yeah, Todd Neese, yeah.
Okay, I found it.
And it starts around the 2 and the 60 there, so the 2 just the inside of 60. They drive off to the corner. 60 just cuts down right here in the middle. Right in front of the 2, and the 2 is there. That's going to send him up the racetrack. And then Todd Neese, I think, gets a little help from behind. From the 14 of Bradley Delph.
Anybody want cornflakes? And look at Todd Neese. He's going for a ride. Ooh, driver's side too yet. Hard impact. Thank God this is virtual.
Definitely so.
All right. We will go back live.
So it looks like Mark Willey, Steven Leffler were the guys who opted to pit here. With Todd Neese also. If you get more cautions, that's going to burn your extra set of tires up.
Well, look who showed up out on Facebook.
Yeah?
Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth, that we have not seen in forever. How you doing, sir? It's great to see you out there. We are doing great. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Our other PR guy that took off and went on vacation. Didn't tell the boss.
Yeah, you got to fire the spotter on that one. I agree, Kenneth. Well, now it's going to be interesting, Robert. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, the 77 came down pit road, got some fixes on his truck. He's going to be on new tires of Mark Whitley. He also, I believe, going to have the 70, or Steven Leffler in the 72, I believe, on new tires, unless he just came down and got fuel. I'll check that out. Now, he did take tires, so yeah. These guys on new tires here, back here in about the 10th position back. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for them, guys. Stimpy did also take his set of tires too, so he'll be back up here. But 1 lap down, he'll need to try to get in that lucky dog position, as Jason Adams is the car he'll be fighting with. And really, right now, looking at it, you know, Brandon Hartwell pitted very late. Also, he pitted, I think, on around 51. I mean, he did pit road on 62, but he didn't take tires. He just came down here, got some fuel. So he's definitely got the freshest of the top 5 up here. As Lobey came down, looks like Lobey actually came down pit road on 51 too. So
and Hunter was lap 61.
Yeah, did he take tires? That's a good question.
I don't know what he did, unfortunately.
No, fuel only. but he did pit. It looks like on lap 54 under green. So I think he'll have some really good tires here, and we'll be able to see what that 21 can do. As we are through 72 laps here of the 133 at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Sim Racing Unleashed Budget Sim Box Truck Series. Man, it's been a wild race so far. We had some long green runs, and now we're having a little rash of cautions. We'll see if those continue to flare. As the pace truck pulls in this time, we'll get ready to bring
green
this race back to green as the green flag. There it is. They go down the front straightaway into turn one, side by side by side by side, 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back to the 18th position. What a start here for this. Green flag back in the air. Where it is. As Hunter Hayward now going to be the man to put the pressure on as we're looking back here at Josh Coley in the 23. We want to give a shout out to his fans out there. Ron, Sharon, and Lawrence? I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure Lawrence. If I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Ron, Sharon, and Lawrence from Arizona. Never misses any races. #1 fan. Same as man, since we're giving a shout out, let's not forget about Steve. Steven Stemp's dad doesn't miss one race. Watches every single one of them. So thank you to them.
Steven's dad out there, yeah, his race is not over yet. He is trying to get back in that lucky dog position, which I believe he will be now in that lucky dog position there in that 81 team, trying to work his way up through it. Hunter Hayward has taken the lead.
Yeah, I was just ready.
Like I said, that new tires.
Yeah, I was just ready to say, wow, where did he come from?
Great run for him tonight up to the first. Got Josh Jones there in the second, Cedric Hunter. You got also Hartwell. You got to watch out for Hartwell because he's been really, really quick on these longer runs.
Well, that's Hartwell in general.
Yeah, Hartwell. I think I repeated that race we have for Hartwell. Yeah. He's definitely a very strong driver as the run continues on, in my opinion. So, that's what we're seeing.
Tell you what, things have shooken up, but Steven is still not out of this yet. He's back here running in 15th position, but he is now the next vehicle to get that lucky dog position. Oh, and we have somebody blinking out there right in front of him. I think that was Lobie.
Yeah, I believe it was the 13 on Lobie there. As Cedric Hunter looks like he's going to take the second spot now from Josh Jones. And look at Brandon Hartwell now going to be in position. So looking mighty fine for these guys up front. I got to say, I'm kind of surprised that Josh Jones is not able to hold into the lead as much. Maybe he's saving a little bit here. That might be the position he wants to be in just to save. I think you might see Steven Stimpy come back here and get his lap back the old-fashioned way. You see Mark Whitney starting to work his way through there as he gets past Brandon Colley in that position.
Ooh, hang on to it,
Lobie.
Ooh, hang on to it. Here comes Caress.
Great racing up here. Hartwell to the outside, Cedric Hunter for second. We also got the lap down truck of Steven Stimpy in there. He's charging his way through in that 81. I'm sure there's definitely some wall of motion driving that driver right now to try to get himself back on the lead lap because he was definitely I would say, sitting in a pretty good position to win this race.
I think Steven's going to do it the hard way, like you said there, Zach.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's now pulling up to second position, kind of. And look at the run he gets on Hunter. Man on a mission. Hunter, just move over because he ain't slowing down.
Yeah, on them fresher tires, he just completely blew their doors off.
Yeah, he did.
3 wide, maybe possibly 4 wide was through the left. He goes through the middle. That 11 there, he makes the clearing pass. He will get to the outside of Hartwell now. Looks like Braden Caress going to take the lead here in this 91 behind Steven Stimpy. It's all playing out now. With the different tiring strategies, you're seeing a lot of passing here at Texas. I tell you what, David Deese is liking that Steven Stimpy has been able to drive up here and get his lap back the old-fashioned way, because that puts David Deese down in the lefty dog position. And the good thing for Stimp is if he can do it the old-fashioned way, he doesn't have to start at the tail end of the longest line. That's the big difference between the lucky dogs. So he needs to be able to try to keep this lead, this lead over the leader, and hold on to that position.
Well, I don't think he has to worry about anything because that's his teammate. I think. No, wait.
No,
that is not his teammate. My bad.
And Caress always blinks out on the bottom there, but looks like he will make the pass.
And you were just speaking of that. I'm just hoping that Steven is not burning up his tires to try to get, up there.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing right now is if he can stay with the leaders and lap the cars that they lap, he can stay in that lucky dog position. So you can keep him in sight. Oh, as he gets close to the rear end of the 21, the 21 gets loose and it sent Stimp up the track. Man, whew, what a save, though. That 81 he just drove the wheels off it, man.
Yeah.
Left one there now up into the 4th position. It's all shaken up with that 81 being a lap truck up here, so he is not for position, but he is definitely trying to fight to get back in front of these guys to get back that lap. Good. Also got. Looks like is that I believe that's the 7 of Josh Golden. He is 2 laps down in 22nd right now, but he is working his way up, trying to get that lap back. Like I said, the old-fashioned way, like Steven Stimpy is doing. He's technically right here behind 4th place.
Throw some manure on the track. I'll loosen you up.
Looks like Stimpy back to the inside of Mark Whitley. Trying to make that pass. Get back there. Maybe try to run Braden Caress back down. Be in position. If that caution does come out, like I said, to get the old-fashioned way, not start at the tail end of this line. Right on the front bumper, Mark Whitley here running in the 2nd position. Good look at that number 81 coming off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway as Braden Caress continues to lead here in the 91.
Yeah, and you can hear Mark's not even lifting in 3 and 4.
Yeah, you're pinning her right now, and especially I thought he was gonna stick it in the inside there. I was gonna be like, oh no.
Well, these guys are starting to get a little bit of a history, just so the fans know.
Yeah,
just
a little bit, definitely.
Just saying.
There's a 77 to the inside of here, the 81 Steven Stimpy.
Hunter's looking pretty good out here too, all considering. He's up 1 position. Started in 4th position.
Yeah, he's running good right now. Up to 3rd. He's got left or to his outside here where we're coming off of 2. I think he's going to have to try to hold off left or it's going to be tough with left on those little bit newer tires. Side by side racing all around this racetrack. Starting to see a little bit of looseness there in 3 and 4 as Stimpy crosses back over to go to the inside of Mark Willie as Mark Willie tries to get to the outside of Brady Perez.
Just riding with Hunter here though, Zach, and man, turn 3 and 4 really's got a lot of grip.
Oh, it has tremendous grip there, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, just watch him come through here. This is off the gas, and he's on the gas, and that thing is just sticking.
Yep.
Wow.
A lot of hard racing going on there. You see the 72 of Steve Leffler trying to work his way up through that 72.
Like you said, there's battling all over the track. Don't know where to go.
That's for sure. Look at this. Mark Willie to the inside of Braden Caress here. He gets loose, though, coming off of 4, about wrecks it. Oh.
I know loose is fast, but loose can be wrecking, too.
Yeah, especially if the person behind you doesn't check up. But luckily, he had Steven Stipping there to lift out the throttle. We got him pulling up to the high line to stop Caress's run. Oh, Caress gives him a little shot down in the 3. It's going to push Caress way up the hill 3 wide. It's going to push him back as he's way out the groove. Multiple positions there and drop back to about 5th position. Step down to the inside of Mark Whitley, going to make the pass. Get his lap back again. This is crazy up front. And while these guys are driving super hard, it's kind of let other people come back into the picture. You got, Josh Coley, who was right there on 2 laps down with the newer tires. He's right there in the picture. You got Brandon Colley. Now it's Hunter Hayward back to the inside of Steven Stympian. Well, man, this is crazy. You got Hartwell. You got Cedric Hunter coming into the picture again with his older tires. This is a gaggle right here.
Hey, gentlemen, make up your mind. You're confusing us. Yeah, Colley, I mean, he's up 15 positions. He's up 15 positions now, up to 4th position. I mean, this is really cool, though. Like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, though, Zach, you got 2 lines here. You got a high line and you got a low line. Well, it looks like both lines are working very, very well here tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are. And Cedric Hunter just hit pit road in that number 11. And that's a pretty decent lap to pit, I think, for him.
I was going to say, do you think it's pretty good to pit
green.
now?
If it goes green, I think that's a pretty good call for him, especially because he closed up 10 meters.
But that would be his last set of tires, correct, or no?
No, he is not. He's only 1 set, so he has another set still.
Okay.
So that's why I think it's a good call for him to go ahead and just get on the fresher tires, because these guys are all running 31.5s, 31.4s up here. Starting to hit the plateau range. Might as well go in there, get the faster tires, and get out there and see if you can get far enough away where maybe you catch a caution, and guess what? You have an extra set of tires to come back down pit road and put on.
And what is the trend that freaky fast at?
They race cautions.
Oh, there goes Mark. He's loose, and does he save it? Yeah, no.
Looks like he stays it pretty good there in the 77. He's going to be a lot of time lost, but he's going to save it there. As coming off 4, I believe he just had another incident of him getting pretty loose. Just getting loose. A little big wiggle coming off of 4. And that time he had to run it up into the wall to catch it.
Yeah, it snapped on him when he tried to save it.
Definitely did. As Hunter Hayward hanging on to the lead here with Brandon Hartwell in second, but Hartwell's trying to get by the lap truck of Steven Stympian, who's just hoping for a caution at this moment.
And there's no number of Brandon.
Yes, it is. And Mark Whitley comes down pit road this time, too. So that will be his last set of tires.
And does he take that set? I would imagine he does.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Wow, Hartwell had a big moment and about wrecked. And that let Hayward get away pretty well here and let Stimping get back by with Josh Coley, too.
Well, things are starting to settle down now. There for a while, it was crazy.
That it was. When do these guys pit? That's going to be the big question. Yeah, I mean, Cedric Hunter on the new tires, he was one of the guys to pit. He's running 30.1s. 30.10, or my bad, 30.10 to a 31.36 out front for Hunter Hayward. So we're looking at about, you know, a second and a tenth or 2/10 faster.
I see Steven Leffler in the 72. He has entered pit road.
Yes, he has.
Josh Jones has fallen all the way back.
I think Josh is pitted too.
Okay. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he pitted on 99 there.
Mark Whitley, he just put down the fastest lap of the race. 29.83.
Very good lap there in that 77 as he's closing up to the back bumper of Josh Jones in that 76.
Yeah, he took his faster pair and tires.
We'll go to the inside, hit the grass a little bit. Side by side.
Right, Lobie is now coming in the 13. He's down in, getting 4 tires. Todd Neese now moved up the 4th position. Maybe this is the turning event for him too. There for a while, he wasn't having really good luck, and in the Cups on Sunday night, he finally got a top 5 out of the deal, and he thought he won the lottery.
Yeah, Todd Neese is a driver I've just noticed that is really good at choosing when to go, when to not, when to put himself in good situations, and when to back out of it. So I like what Todd has been able to do. In that one truck and in one car. Even on Saturday nights, I mean, he's coming over to WSSR and race, and I've seen him multiple times. He'll be running pretty far back, but by the end of the race, you'll see him. He's up there in the top 10, almost top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows how to position himself well and not to be, in a dumb position. You can really mess up your night by just overdoing it. So, good stuff.
Todd Neese.
Oh, big wreck with Steven Stimping and Brandon Hartwell. Cedric Hunter's got dodged it. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Cedric Hunter just went lawn mowing.
And I think Cedric's going to get the lucky dog unless, no, he got the incident there for going through the grass. So I believe that'll go to David Neese possibly now. Oh, I'll have to go back and watch that. That was the 81 and the 5. Oh, it started with Stimp. Go down the rear end.
The rear end kicked out on him, and he tried to save it, and Hartwell just got T-boned, and who in the heck? Oh, that was Crest drove right through him.
Yeah, somehow he made it through that. But that's what you call a situation of getting loose and overcorrecting, and then when those tires catch and they grip up, and you got that thing turned right, it goes straight dead right, and Hartwell had nowhere to go.
Cedric Hunter, he's out here lawn mowing. Oh, there goes the paint job.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Cedric, though, is that would have put him in lucky dog position, but he went through the grass, so he got an incident. It's not going to give him the lucky dog.
No, it's not.
Unfortunate thing for him. As this shakes up really everything.
Yeah, with 26 to go. Oh,
Braden Crest, Todd Neese on the lead lap still.
That actually worked out for them. Hunter worked out for him too.
Yeah. Even Hartwell. I mean, it was bad that Hartwell got the damage he did, but they got a fast repair.
Right.
So, what a turn of events. Hunter Hayward, though, sitting in a pretty prime position to possibly win this race here. So Cedric Hunter does get the lucky dog. So I guess he didn't get an incident. Maybe he didn't get it off track there for going through the grass. So Cedric Hunter sitting in a really good position because he's going to be able to pit here too and get tires.
So it didn't give him an incident for going off track?
I guess not, because he's got the lucky dog.
Huh.
So this is about to be super wild. And you're going to see other guys take the wave around here, but wow, this is going to get really, really crazy. So we got Steven Stippian in the chat. He said, "Bring me up, boys. You want me to bring him on up here, Robert?"
If he's cooled down.
I'm sure he's good. I know Stevie D's good. We'll move to the wing real quick.
Turn on the air conditioner. Drink a cold glass of beer.
I'm sure he's mad at himself now because just the little mistake he made there. You know, it's easy to do though. It's easy to get loose there in 3. He was trying everything. So, but we'll bring up Steven here. Hey, Steven and Zach, man, what's up?
What's going on, Zach?
Hey, man. Well, what a race we've had here tonight, Texas, buddy. Tell us how it was out there in the truck.
Fun for the most part. Obviously, my night ended there, but it's the first time I've got loose in 3 and 4 tonight, so might be getting a little slick out there.
Yeah, very possible. It looked like it just completely stepped out there for you. So unfortunate to see that, but good to have you up here in the booth with us now. But man, oh man, we got a crazy finish. I think coming here with a lot of guys taking a wave around. Cedric Hunter getting the lucky dog. So that's gonna put 5 guys, I believe, on new tires, unless Cedric did not pit this time. But we'll have to check out for that. But yeah, I think we're gonna see a pretty wild finish here, and I don't know what's going to play out personally.
I think you're going to see a tight finish, that's for sure. There's going to be some tempers flying at the end of this one.
Oh, that's for sure, man. It's it's also like I told Robert earlier in the viewers out there. It's a tough track to really race hard around. You know, you got 3 and 4, which it seemed like once y'all got into the later part of the run, it definitely did seem like you had to roll out of the gas. But early in the run, it's pretty much a straightaway with this draft and everything. You're just kind of biding your time there. But it looked like it was getting pretty free for a few guys, especially. So was that the condition? It was just swinging a little bit loose there in 3 and 4 all night?
Yeah, I noticed it towards the end. I mean, especially right where my race ended, unfortunately. But the whole first half of the race, it was fine. You could go full throttle in there. It's just unfortunate. I think a couple of guys spun. I think you said Whitley spun in that corner too, right before I did, right?
Yeah, literally. I mean, it definitely is. It's been a corner that's been interesting all night. You know, I was, from previous experience here, doing some open racing. We for 50 laps we were wide open through there. But I guess with these, the fixed setup periods, definitely, the grip levels have come down, and it's definitely slicking off there. But 1 and 2, how's 1 and 2 feeling? Is it at all slick a little bit there, or is it just a little bit tight? Because usually 1 and 2 definitely feels tight to me from past years.
If you didn't enter it correctly, you were coming off tight. I had 1 and 2 down for some reason. I had good runs earlier in the run on Josh and Whitley through 1 and 2. So you just had to hit it the right way. Felt like letting it off early and getting back on it right before that patch in the middle. Help it stick.
Yeah, it definitely did seem like that. So yeah, great. Well, out here watching all this, but man, it's about to be pretty crazy. Ooh, looks like Hunter Hayward. Is he dropping back? He must have got a penalty. Yeah,
he did. He came on the radio and said he got a speeding penalty. I wish Whitley could have did me one favor tonight and caused that caution, to get me back on the lead lap. I mean,
yeah, that would have been a nice help for you. I mean, man, you drove up through there. I can tell you definitely were a man on the mission, man. it's unfortunate. I mean, it would have been interesting to see how the race would have played out if we wouldn't have got a caution at all. With you guys, staying out a little bit later. But you looked really, really strong in the long run. So it was going to be something to contend with, that's for sure. But now we got a pretty crazy finish here. The thing is, I don't know if the cautions are done yet here. We got we'll be coming pretty much to 20 to go, or about 21 to go once we get this thing back green. I'm not sure if we got the cautions done because we're gonna have guys on all types of different strategies. But right now, Braden Crest, Todd Neese, and Brandon Hartwell are looking pretty good because Cedric Hunter just had to go to the rear of the field because of his lucky dog. And then the rest of the guys are really on the waiver room.
Yeah, you got 16 on the lead lap here, so it should be an interesting stop. That's for sure. I had before I got out of the race, I think I still had about 16 laps left on fuel, so I was going to have to pit eventually. I was just buying my time, hoping for a caution. Of course, I end up being the caution. I feel bad for Hartwell.
Yeah, well, it seems like it worked out all right for him. It's actually Cedric Hunter's able to get his position back up here, so that shakes everything back up. He goes back up the fourth, but yeah, it seemed like he had a fast fix though still, so he's gonna restart at third on new tires. So he'll have a good shot at it. Hartwell's quick guys. The race truck takes that left turn off down to pit road, and we're gonna go back green flag racing here in the Sim Racing Unleashed Truck Series with 21 to go here in Texas. It's gonna be a wild finish. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Hartwell already making the move to get to the inside of Todd Neese there to try to take that second position, with Braden Crest leading this race as we come out of turn 2.
Crest pops back up.
Yeah, it's Crest right back up there in the lead. So Crest here in a good position to possibly get him a nice finish, or maybe even possibly a win. I mean, it's gonna be tough here. Hartwell's been looking very strong all night. We've been watching out here, and Hartwell on the long runs has been really, really good. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he can stick that as we do have the truck spinning. Looks like they're gonna save it. I believe that was possibly David Neese. It was David Neese in the 27. He is a great save from David, with a little bit of contact there between him and Josh Jones on the 76. But David Neese just completely saved that thing. That was awesome.
All right, you got Hartwell looking up high.
Yeah, Hartwell definitely gonna take a chance here up high. Looks like he's gonna cut it back down, trying to get a good run off. I think he's just biding his time right now. He's got Todd Neese in the picture in the one. These guys that all just got brand new tires in this latest caution. And you had Cedric Hunter there in that fourth position, and Mark Whitley behind. Those two have got the green flag stop tires. They took on about lap 96 and 7. So we'll see if those two can stick with these guys on a little bit older tires here. So riding on board with Cedric Hunter as he comes out of turn 2. We got the top 3 ahead of him.
Cedric's looking good here, Zach. 18 to go. He's sitting pretty prime.
He tends to be in these situations at the end of races. I don't know what it is about Cedric. He rides pretty far back with the race, and it kind of just falls into his lap sometimes. But he's going to have a lot of work to do here because I don't believe he did it. That lucky dog season, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I did not see him hit it. So yeah, he definitely is on a little bit older tires, but it's not too bad.
He's doing pretty well though. He's staying right up there with him.
Yeah, these tires after about 20 laps, you pretty much run the same lap time over and over again.
He's gonna make a move.
Yeah, to the inside, Todd Neese there trying to take that third position. He's seeing.
It was so hard to pass underneath tonight in one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's what it's really looked like. It just seems like you can't really take the line you want. So it's kind of just making that car bind up. As you see Mark Whitley go to the inside Cedric. He made the pass and slowed him down a little bit. And Cedric, oh no, Mark Whitley into the side of Cedric Hunter by getting loose and putting him up in the wall. Man, oh man, what a night it has been for that 77.
Seems to be that right side is doing a lot of damage tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. As we look back to Cedric, he's now back to 7th position. Doesn't like he got too much damage. I don't think he got into the wall, and doesn't seem like the left side's actually got hurt from that as he did get a little bit into the wall, but maybe he'll be able to recover here as you got Hunter Hayward, too, coming through the field now. He's got past Dave Bush into the 8th position, not too far behind him. So we look at Brandon Colley there running in the 4th position as he's got to the back bumper of Todd Neese.
Hunter Hayward just ran the fastest lap that lap.
Wow,
30.057.
Yeah, he's been on the mission there. It's unfortunately got that speed penalty. He'd be right up here battling this, but he's got to run these guys down and try to get back in position. As the battle up front still continues, we look back here. Look at Steven Leffler getting past Dave Bush there, put himself up into that 9th position. There was Cedric Hunter just getting passed by Hunter Hayward for the 7th position.
Right now, Hotwell's just biding his time, waiting. You know, you got 13 laps left. You got enough. I think you can make something happen.
Yeah, I think Hartwell's sitting in a great position. Like I said, all night I've really noticed he's been really strong as the tires come in, and he is in prime position right now, running behind that 91, putting a lot of pressure on Braden not to make a mistake. As actually Brandon Colley now moves up into the 3rd position, getting by Todd Neese. Quiet night for Colley, but you know, moving up here late in the race, getting himself up here in the top 3, getting past Todd Neese. It ain't over yet. The tide is right there. So see if Colley can maybe make some ground on these guys ahead of him. Maybe he can have a shot here at the win as these two are look to go to battle here late in this race.
Yeah, as soon as these two stop battling, these two, Todd and Colley should be able to sneak in there.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like you said, it's really tough to pass someone to. It just slows your momentum down. And this track is a momentum track if there ever was, with the way it is right now. So you definitely cannot lose much momentum. These trucks don't build that momentum back up very fast either.
The way the looseness has been through 3 and 4, you're kind of better off making a pass up high. I mean, it seemed to be the bottom line was tough.
Yeah, it definitely was like that. Hartwell's definitely looking for that outside line. He's looking into 1 and 2. 1 and 2. If he can get to the outside of the 1 2, it's gonna be tough for Caress to hold him off. Especially as the tires age, it's just tougher and tougher to hold that bottom.
Looks like they're very close on lap times. Caress ran a 34.88 and Hotwell 35.01.
Yeah, matching lap times pretty much up front, and slightly pulling away from the guys behind. So pretty much everybody up front is a 32.62 or a 30.62 for Caress, 30.64 for Hartwell, 30.64 for Colley, 30.52 for Todd Neese, and a 30.50 for Mark Whitley. Look to the back bumper of this 5, you can see the battle behind him as Mark Whitley looks like he's going to move himself up into that 4th position. And you know, Colley's got a little bit of damage on that nose. So it's definitely not helping his truck. It's definitely got a little bit of some right side nose damage. It's definitely not going to help that 2 truck around this fast track like Texas. But I'm sure he's going to do everything in his power here to hold off that number 77 as they come to 8 laps to go, or 7 to go. Sorry.
I think Hotwell probably is going to make his move 2 to go. If I was a betting man.
Yeah, right now he's sitting in a very good position. He's going to have to size him up and just know where he's going to have to make the move. That's the question. But like you said, you know, when we come to 6 to go right here, he's going to be in a pretty interesting situation to see where he makes his move. I think as Caress gets in the grass and almost makes a huge mistake that lets Hartwell get to the outside here in 1 and 2. Let's see if that 5 can make this pass stick. It's going to be really tough for Caress to be able to get the power down here coming off the bottom and not want to push that truck up as they go down to 3 and 4, neck to neck.
I feel like Caress got lucky there holding that bottom line. It's the only savior right there.
Definitely did. As they fight through turn 4. Hartwell trying to make the pass on the outside. Here comes the lack truck to David Neese on new tires. Does he play a factor in this with 5 to go?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Looks looks like Nice is going to get past Hartwell there, and he's going to go to the inside of Caress down here in the 3 and 4. Could this be the moment that Hartwell follows the lap truck through?
Oh, he's gonna make the move.
There he is to the inside. Caress
That's gonna
up the
cost him.
racetrack. Oh man, and here comes Brandon Colley. The amount of speed that Caress just lost with Todd Neese right there in behind. Now, Hartwell to the lead with 4 to go. Oh, and he gets really high there. Can he get
got a little tight
off the top? I don't know that. Yeah, just not the grip up there. Caress right back to the back bumper. We've got 5 trucks within a second. Oh, to the inside.
Oh, what a move.
And Hartwell.
Oh, he's closed the door.
He said, "No, sir, not today," as they come to 3 to go.
No.
That's for sure. As Colley's going to close up to the back bumper here now. We're going to see what Brandon Colley can do with Caress. As Caress has not given up yet. It looks like Caress is pretty strong down here in 1 and 2, actually. As they all go down the back straightaway. They'll be coming to 2 to go this time. Who's going to come back here to bring home the victory tonight at Texas Motor Speedway?
Colley's in the cap bar. See if one of these two make a move, make a bad mistake. Oh wait, no, Todd's gonna pass him.
Todd Neese.
I was wrong on that.
To the
No.
Goodness gracious, where did the caution come from? Oh, it looks like Nicholas Lobey in the 13 machine.
That should just not be allowed.
Oh. 3 and 4 again. We're seeing 3 and 4 claim a lot of trucks here. And with 2 to go in this race. Wow.
Did he have a little help there?
It looks like he looks like he just got a little snap loose from what I'm seeing, but you never know with the way Netco's been tonight. We'll go back here on the replay and check it out as they go through 3 and 4. I believe we're 1 lap early maybe here, but we will go around this lap and check out and see what happened here. As he blinks out right there, racing with Dave Bush and Cedric Hunter there. Oh, blinks out again.
Where is he? I can't tell.
And I think right here down in the 3 and 4 is where we're going to see the incident. Trying to run on the outside of Dave Bush here. Goes down in the 3 and 4. Oh, never mind. Wasn't this lap either.
I just wanted to do an extra replay.
Oh, that's fine.
Just some extra time, bro, real quick.
My question is, who's got tires?
Cedric Hunter, I know, has tires. I know he has saved the one. Looks like Josh Jones is coming down.
'Cause I'm telling you right now, I see that late race caution. I have that set. I'm taking it in. I'm gambling. Might as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, the thing is, they're not going to have to restart too far back.
This is about to get juicy.
He just lost it, and Jonathan Smith finished him off.
Oh, and hard hit in that 13. But great run for Nick Solby all night. He was up in the top 5 at some points, but just, unfortunate mistake. But he did have a fast spare. So there he is now in the 17th position, 1 lap down. As now, this is tough. You only got 1 green-white checkered attempt. So, if you're on new tires, you're going to have to make this happen quick. Josh Jones, I believe, is going to be the first car there on new tires in the 8th position. Ooh, this is...
So, it looks like we had Hunter, Bush, Jonathan Smith with tires. Jones, like you said, too.
Yeah, it's interesting to see here. This is... I don't know if there's enough time, but I can tell you what, they'll be able to contend possibly for a podium, maybe, on the new tires. I mean, looking at the lap times, they were running 31.1s, 30.9s there right at the end of that run. So they're going to be up to a second quicker a lap, a little bit more.
I don't know if I should be here for the podium. If Whitley gets up here, you might have to send me to the hauler.
Rather split you guys up. Well, but he's going to be in a pretty tough position there in that 5th spot, pretty much the oldest tires around. He's going to have, really, from 9th on back tires.
Yeah, this should be interesting.
Yes, I think Cedric Hunter will actually be the first car with tires. I think Josh Jones may have either sped or something, because now he's in 13th position as he came out ahead of Cedric, actually. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, one thing you gotta watch out for is wheel spin, especially on those old tires.
Definitely so. These guys are on pretty old tires now at this moment. You know, they're nearing the end of this run they would have. So
What lap did they?
I believe it's around one. Let's see. Last time these guys pitted was a 107.
Oh, okay.
So they're looking at about 20 laps on these tires. So it's a big difference.
Big difference, and they've been racing hard. Whew.
Yeah, they have definitely been racing pretty hard. So that's like you said, it's going to play a pretty big factor. And the thing is, if anything happens here up front, who's going to pounce to take that chance? I mean, look at Tani sitting in 4th. He's got a good shot at this now in the one truck. You got Kali there. I mean, if anything happens up front here, we'll see who can take it. Even, you know, it's going to be a wild finish here. And Robert, what did you say as usual? What's our trend here at Freaky Fast?
Late break cautions. That's our trend, and it's staying alive again.
Staying alive.
I think we're just gonna call ourselves late break caution broadcasting. Name change.
It's the curse. We're cursed. We're cursed, everybody. I'm sorry.
Every league, every broadcast. I got to go through 100 and some videos to see if we ever had a green finish, because I don't remember one.
Pocono.
That was under yellow too.
I'm talking about last season. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm going back.
Oh, did we broadcast that one?
Of course you did. That's when I made my move on Anderson and won.
Yeah, but that was a late break yellow.
Oh, you're talking about the late.
No, that was a long. That was a 40. That's a 40 lap run that closed out the race.
40 laps don't count.
Okay.
that's
I'm out of here.
That's a late caution right there. Okay.
The late caution. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Seems to be a trend for us here at Sim Racing Unleashed, and I'm not complaining, because if it wasn't for that, we've never won the other night.
That's true, man. That's very true. You gotta take what you can get here. So we'll see what happens here as they get to the restart zone. Pace Truck's gonna take its final exit off of this track, and we're gonna get freaky crazy as this green flag is about to wave. Green flag is in the air. These guys are back at it. Caress with a good start. Now where do the new tires go? Oh no!
No!
Doesn't matter.
Wow, that's it.
It looks like your winner's going to be Brandon Hartwell, Braden Caress. Did Todd Neese get there? That's the question.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think Todd Neese did.
This might be one of the times where I'm happy I'm up here with you guys and not listening to what's going on in the chatter.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was unfortunate. We had multiple incidents there in the back. It looks like the first one was Cedric Hunter getting to the inside of Steven Leffler there, trying to make something happen. And I don't know if he spun the tires, but the car just shot right. Oh, yeah, I think he just kind of made a mistake there. But then you had the other incident in here in the back with the 20 and the 20. Looks like around the 20 and the 53 of Dave Bush and Dave Acacia. That was some net code. So either way, we were going to have a caution there. So the race is going to come to an end, unfortunately, under caution. But, hold on. Is Braden Crest the leader?
Huh?
I think Braden Crest just won the race, didn't he? Was he ahead when the caution came out? I think he was, guys. Yeah, he was ahead.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is
I guess they're so close.
Wait, slow down, guys. Who's?
I'm confused.
I don't know what's going on.
I think Caress is the winner. Is Hartwell? Yeah, they're second, and Todd Neese in third. So Braden Caress stealing the victory here on a late race restart with a quick caution, just having a nose ahead of that 5 machine, and he's going to get a victory here in the budget sim boxes SRU truck series. Man, that was crazy. Oh man.
Well, they're still fighting for the lead. No, I have it. No, you have it. No, I have it. NASCAR's official. Fix it.
Oh man, what a finish!
We're going to be interviewing two guys for.
Yeah, do you think you won or do you think you won? Oh man.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll have to leave it up to the NASCAR's officials.
Well,
We'll both do burnouts.
yeah, we'll both do them together.
Oh man.
That was wild.
Okay, wait. Now Crest is going in. Hartwell is Hartwell going to be
they're
victory?
both follow each other.
No, because now Hartwell's doing a victory burnout.
They're
Wait,
both going
now I'm all confused. I don't even. Okay.
I am so confused. Who won?
Yeah, I don't even know. Because oh no, Chris does his brow round.
All right, here we'll do this one over here. All right, we got double. They don't know who won.
I think they both won. I think that's what they're saying. As I'm pretty sure Caress is the winner because the scoreboard has not changed, and usually it would update pretty quickly if there was a black flag, for passing under
What a
yellow.
burnout, though.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool little burnout around each other. Wow.
Huh.
I would have liked to see that play out, man.
Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate that we did not get to see the ending of that race. And it's got to sting a little bit for Hartwell as he was in prime position to pull that win off. But he did his burnouts too, so he got to do his burnouts.
All right. Man. Okay,
well, we'll head to a break here and get our top 3 finishers.
That is correct. We will be right back. Stay tuned for SRUs here at Texas Motor Speedway post-race interviews, but we will be right back.
All right, we are back here for our post-race interviews tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway after our crazy wild finish under caution here. Did not know who won there for a second, but it looks like Brady Crest is your winner. So we will get a talking in here with our top 3 gentlemen, and Todd Neese bringing her home in that one truck in the 3rd position. Let's see what his thoughts were on tonight's finish. Hey, Todd, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, Todd, what a race it was for you tonight, man. Me and Robert were talking about it. You seem to always show up right at the end of races. You take your time, you put yourself in the right positions. And look, tonight ended up in a top 3 podium finish for you. How did Texas play out for you tonight, Todd?
Goody, I survived the green-white checker.
That's for sure. That was that was wild. You were able to nose, edge Collie just by a nose there. Was that really early caution came out there with the calamity behind. Man, you were able to get yourself a top 3 finish. How was the racing out there on the track?
The trucks are so slick compared to what they used to be. It was kind of surprising. I was thrilled to get the finish I did. I was probably about a 10th or 11th place driver tonight.
Well, hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You'll take what you can right here on the racetrack. And, man, I tell you what, finishing in that 3rd position is an awesome thing. So congrats on that, Todd. I'm not sure where we're going next week. I'm sorry, I should know that. But
I think it's Bristol.
Okay, Bristol. How you feeling about Bristol for next week, Todd?
I like Bristol. I run well there. Well, consistent. I wouldn't say fast, but consistent.
Hey, well, that's the key at Bristol, man. It's just staying consistent, keeping it out of the wall, and you never know with what you could come home with. And that's sometimes it plays out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. That place can be very, very mean, that's for sure, and very nice to you. But I tell you what, Ty, great finish here tonight in that third position. Anybody wants to shout to before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to say hello to Miss Evelyn at work. She cheers me on and watches the races every week. And I want to thank Public Supermarkets Incorporated for giving me a fast Ford F-150. And man, I've been waiting to talk to you guys for weeks. It's been so long, but man, I'm thrilled, and thank you so much for broadcasting. And Sim Racing Unleashed is where it's at, buddy.
Thank you, Todd Neese, and we will catch you next time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was Todd Neese, our third place finisher here tonight. Great run for him in that one truck. But now we'll move on to the man who was just, per my opinion, slightly nipped by that caution, Brandon Hartwell. Man, unfortunate for him to come home in that second position, but a great run for him overall. Hey, Brandon, second in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, Brandon. Well, man, I feel for you there, dude. That was unfortunate there, that quick caution to come out and just get edged by really a couple inches, I would say. And man, oh man, you were in the prime position to pull that victory off. But first off, I gotta say, great run from you all night, Brandon. Man, you look really, really strong on the long runs, as always. How was the racing out there for you, buddy? And I know that's gotta suck.
Yeah, if it would have just went, another 100 yards, I'd have pulled in front of him, going low into one. But yeah, it was a pretty awesome race. I really don't know 1 and 2 and this new format of Texas yet, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. This track is definitely weird. It's definitely a lot different than the old Texas we had here. So a lot of adapting for people out here definitely needs to be done. But man, I tell you what, Brandon, as always, we always bring it up in the broadcast. Also, I like the truck, dude. I like the Red Bull can. It looks like a Red Bull can too, so it's pretty cool. But first off, really, we talk about it pretty much every broadcast. I feel like a broken record, but you just seem to be really, really strong on the long runs, Brandon. Every track we go to, what do you think leads to that? Is that how you drive, or is that just it just happens?
I don't know. I was always told easy in, hard out, and that's what I try to do a good majority of the run. And I don't know. My tires just love me when I am easy like that. If I'm horrible at the start and go strong and burn my tires up, I'll be in the wall.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you there, man. In like a lamb, out like a lion. That's what I've always heard too. It's a great driving style, and I really like watching you out there, man. You always put on a good show and are always strong on the long runs and strong at every track we go to. I believe I got word that we go to Bristol next week in the trucks. How you feeling about Bristol next week, Brandon?
Oh God, Bristol's used to be one of my least favorite tracks, but now it's got to be a favorite. But I'm looking forward to that.
Heck yeah, awesome, man. Well, it'll be fun to watch you there at the Bristol High Banks next week, and we also catch you again here on Sunday in the Cup Series here at Texas. So good luck there. Before we let you go, anybody want to send a shout to, man?
The league put on a good show. You guys for putting on the broadcast. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Brandon, buddy. We appreciate it. You putting on a show out there for us and giving us something great to broadcast. You have a great night, man, and we'll catch you on Sunday. All right, that was Brandon Hartwell, your second place finisher here tonight, and it does not look like we have Braden Caress. So, congrats to Braden, but we do not have word from him. So, we will go straight to our official results here tonight, and bringing home the victory by, I would say, a hair follicle is Braden Caress over Brandon Hartwell. So, first goes to Braden Caress. Second place will be Brandon Hartwell. Third goes to Todd Neese in that one machine. Fourth place will go to Brandon Colley. Fifth goes to Hunter Hayward. Sixth into Mark Whitley in that 77. Seventh will go to Cedric Hunter. Eighth is James Small. Ninth, Jonathan Smith. 10th is Josh Jones. 11th, Dave Bush. 12th goes to Gomez, our final truck on the lead lap. 13th will go to Jason Adams. Good run for him. 14th goes to Nicholas Lobe. 15th for Jason Leffler. 16th, Dave Acacia. 17th will go to the 7 truck of Josh Coley. 18th is David Neese. 19th is Robert Cheswick. 20th will go to John Henderson. 21st, unfortunately, is Steven Stimpian. 22nd, Derek Paulson. And rounding out your field in 23rd is Bradley Delph. And what a race we had here tonight, Robert.
That is correct, Zach. Thank you, everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube for sticking around and watching us here at Freaking Fast and watching SRU and watching your favorite driver. We will be live again Saturday night with World Series of Sim Racing League for round number 1 of their playoffs as they get ready to take on what, Zach?
No, we won't be. Remember, we have 2 weeks off.
2 weeks off.
2 weeks off, and then we go to Chicagoland.
Okay, Chicagoland. So I do apologize for that. I don't know why. I'm just so used to Saturdays that.
No, you're good.
But that's right. So we'll be off. 2 Saturdays. But okay, well, guess what? We'll be back with these guys Sunday night.
Sir.
Sunday night. Yep, we'll be 7:50 on Sunday night Eastern. So everybody have a great Thursday. Have a great weekend. We'll catch everybody Sunday night. But from Texas Motor Speedway, Zach Hall, Robert Moyer, like to say, God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.